What's up, guys? Welcome to the Endless Endeavor Podcast, episode 131. And what we're going to do today is another solo podcast leading into the New Year's. This will be the last solo episode of the year. And there's some things I wanted to touch on, some things that have been happening in society. And then, like we did last year, talk about some goals, talk about what the New Year is going to hold and what we hope to accomplish in 2023, both individually and collectively. I think it's important. You know, I used to look at New Year's resolutions as kind of bullshit because if there's something in your life that needs to be addressed, something that needs to be fixed, we should probably do it right fucking now. But the truth is, there are a lot of people that use a specific date to kind of reset, recharge themselves, become more motivated on setting goals, and they use the New Year's as a tool to kind of launch their life into a better trajectory. And, you know, if people do that, how can I shit on that, right? It seems pretty ridiculous. So today's episode, we're going to talk about some different things. We're going to wrap up with the goals, and then I'm flying out to Denver on Friday, and we got a bunch of cool shows that are going to be recorded while I'm out there. So we'll have good guests on coming up into the new year. But let's go right into it, guys. Let's talk about some things that have been coming across my feed over the last couple weeks that are extremely fucking troubling to me. First and foremost, the story about Matt Strickland. I don't know if you guys saw this. I don't know if you looked this up on Instagram. I'm sure it came across your guys' feeds. But Matt Strickland is a veteran, a combat veteran, and he's a small business owner. And he owned a restaurant in Virginia called Gourmelts. I might be fucking pronouncing that wrong. But regardless, he defied COVID orders 2 years ago. And that's the biggest part of this story, guys. There was lots of people that defied COVID orders 2 years ago. I was one of them. I actually just shared that on my Instagram yesterday, that I got the memory of when the governor's office was telling me, you have to shut down, you can't have your gym open. And luckily for me, I lived in a county where I could say, fuck you. And the sheriff was taking no enforcement actions. And the weird thing is this, a lot of this just comes down to chance, where you live, who your local sheriff's office is ran by, etc. And it was very fortunate for me that the sheriff, Adam Fortney, who is the current Snohomish County Sheriff as well, he wasn't going after people for violating COVID mandates. The Washington state government was a toothless tiger. They were all bark and no bite. And when people would stand up and tell them to go fuck themselves, they wouldn't take any further actions. So, you know, there's a part of me that wanted to fight to the fucking death on principle, to tell these motherfuckers, this is my business and I'm not shutting down. And if you think I am, come and fucking make me. Like that excites me. That should excite us, right? We're fucking men. We're building our dreams. We're building our livelihoods. We have our families to feed. Why in the fuck should we ever feel like we need to bend a knee to the government? The government that is of the people, for the people, by the people, right? Yeah, sure it is. But you guys see what I'm saying? This is not that. Fuck, man. My entire platform that I have right now, the reason my Instagram blew up, the reason this podcast exists, is because I think it's important for people to draw hard lines and take stands against the government when they're overstepping their boundaries. Every single reasonable human being would agree that over the last 2 to 3 years, the government overreach has been fucking egregious. All reasonable people have come to that same conclusion, but many reasonable people won't stand against it. And that's where I find that perplexing. That doesn't fucking make sense to me. We have an opportunity to show courage. We have an opportunity to stand up for what is right. Isn't that what people want to do? Isn't that what you fucking watch movies about and read novels of men and women that drew hard lines and said no fucking more? I mean, that's why Braveheart was a fucking box office hit. Because there's something about watching a man get pushed to his breaking point and then saying, fuck you, no more. And guys, a lot of us got pushed to our breaking point, but very few of us said, fuck you, no more. And that's what brings us to this story with Matt Strickland. Small business owner, providing for his family, doing what so many of us do. And he was told, you have to shut down. You have to shut down. And he said, no. I'm not going to. And he said a quote that was almost like verbatim from a quote that I've said often. And it was along the lines of, you sent me to the other side of the world to fight for freedom. You don't think I'll fight for it right here in my own hometown when my own family's on the stake? Like, come on. It's common sense. Of course I'm going to. But the thing is, he did this 2 years ago, right? And in the way that the American judicial system works, it's long and drawn out and convoluted. Different entities started getting involved. And here's the interesting thing. And I don't know all the details. You can go to his Instagram and watch. He really articulated all this very well. He's a well-spoken gentleman. But basically, what they said is, since you're not abiding by the governor's mandates, they don't call it the Liquor and Alcohol Board, but whatever it is, the ABC, I think that's what they call it in Virginia. They proposed that they take his liquor license from him because he's denying the governor's orders. And that's what they did. They pulled his liquor license. Well, anybody that knows anything about the restaurant world knows liquor is where you make your fucking money. Booze is a big markup, and it's a fucking huge, huge part of that industry. And if you can't sell booze, good luck keeping your restaurant open. And so he continued to sell booze. From that time until this time, there was court proceedings, there was court hearings, there was litigation, and the judge sided with him, saying being told that you needed to be shut down was unconstitutional. And I'm in agreement with that. And so you would think that that would be a win, right? They fucking took it to court. The fucking judge sided with him and said that the state's actions were unconstitutional. But the fucking state will stop at nothing. Every little loophole that they can fucking take, they're going to take. And so they said, listen, we may have lost the case, and our reasoning behind why we initially came after you was deemed unconstitutional. However, the liquor board still seized your license, and you didn't recognize their seizure of your license, and you continued to sell. So since you didn't recognize the seizure of the license, that's why this case is moving forward. And he's like, you would think if I won the case, common sense would say, okay, it's a wash and we're done, and fucking leave me alone. Nope. They can't fucking do that. And you know why they can't fucking do that? Is because every fucking man that stands up against the machine, they want to make an example out of you. And they want to ruin your fucking life, and they want to take your livelihood away. And motherfuckers should be strung up in the streets for this shit. And like I've been saying for 2 fucking years, that day is coming. That fucking day is coming. And I don't even feel like Crazy Anderson today. I feel like I'm just fucking speaking facts. Because here we are 2 years later, and the Virginia State Troopers marched in there like fucking SS Nazi fucking guards. And I hope some of you motherfuckers listen to this show. How fucking dare you listen to this show and then behave like that publicly? You know, I want this message to reach some of those men that were standing in that restaurant looking like fucking cowards, looking like they were fucking embarrassed, looking like they were full of shame, because they were, and they should be. But those emotions and those feelings that were inside of them of embarrassment and of shame still didn't rise to the level where they would stand up and say, you know what, this is wrong. And I'm not fucking doing it anymore. Where are you motherfuckers' balls at these days? Where are they at? I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. Being a cop is not the end all be all. I'm here to fucking tell you, when you leave the profession, you'll probably make more money. You'll probably have a better relationship with your family. You'll probably have your back pain go away and your knee pain go away because you're not fucking sitting in a patrol car for 12 hours at a time. I'm here to fucking tell you guys that the career is hard on you and it fucking breaks you down mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. But that's neither here nor there. Regardless of if you want to maintain your position in law enforcement or you want to move past that onto new paths that fucking serve you, regardless of where you're at in that spectrum, when you are provided the opportunity to stand up for the citizens and show fucking courage, you need to fucking do it. Period. This isn't even a debate, you guys. This isn't a debate. There isn't two sides to this issue. It comes down to men being fucking pussies or men being willing to stand up for what's right. And you fucking troopers in Virginia, you showed your true colors. And now, from this moment forward, when you look at yourselves in the mirror at night, you have to ask yourself, man, How much longer is it going to be before my community doesn't look at me like a fucking coward anymore? And it's probably going to be years. It should be fucking decades. Because you guys fucking marched in there and started tearing his business apart and executing your search warrant because some fucking judge said, yes, we agree what we did was unconstitutional, but because you denied the alcohol board's request, we're still going to conduct a search and seizure of your fucking restaurant. None of you motherfuckers have a problem with that. None of you motherfuckers can say, hey, you know what? This doesn't feel right. And I'm not going to be used as a political henchman to go do what these fucking radical, fucking liberal elite judges are fucking asking me to do. There was one trooper with his fucking hat on, looking at the camera, wouldn't even fucking respond. And he wouldn't respond because you saw pure fear, embarrassment, and shame in his eyes. So you're not going to fucking stand up for what's right when every motherfucker that sees that video and looks you in your eyes knows how you feel. They know what you're thinking. And they know the actions you want to take. But you didn't have the fucking balls to do it. Because your paycheck dictates your actions. Think about that, you guys. Your fucking paycheck dictates your actions. And I'm not saying that everybody has to agree with Crazy Anderson and what I'm always saying is right. And if anyone tries to challenge this, they're a fucking weak piece of shit. What I'm saying is when you looked into his eyes, you knew where he stood on this stuff. It was abundantly clear. Yet, even though you knew he was having a conflict internally with this, you knew he was in turmoil, he still wouldn't fucking stand up. What the fuck is wrong with you guys? What does it fucking take? What the fuck is it gonna take for other people inside of the profession to say, you know what? I have had enough. We don't fucking treat our citizens like this. This is not what the fucking profession's about. We don't serve this fucking elite class of people that just think they get to dictate every last fucking aspect of society. That's not what I am as a police officer. I'm here for my community. I'm here for my people. I'm here for law and order and liberty and constitutional rights. That fucking shit sound familiar to you guys? At what fucking point will you stand up? I would like to fucking know. It's a serious question. I would like to know. Because you won't stand up when your physical safety's at risk. We saw that. You won't stand up when your citizens' constitutional rights are being absolutely fucking egregiously trampled. We saw that. What the fuck's it going to take? What the fuck is it going to take for any of you motherfuckers to just stand up and say, you know what? This is not what we do and we're not doing it. Never miss the opportunity to show courage. Never miss it. All right? You don't know how much of a massive impact one moment of courage will have on your family, on your community, on your peers, on your department. People are fucking starving for it. And they're looking to strong men and women to stand up and lead the way. And most of you motherfuckers won't do a goddamn thing. And shame on you. Fucking shame on you. You just don't get it. I got a mortgage. And the price of food has went up. And I got 3 kids. Shut the fuck up with all your bullshit. Welcome to planet Earth. Welcome to being a human being. Every single last one of us has your fucking sob story. Same one. Every one of us. You think you're fucking special? You think that your sob story sets you apart from every other motherfucker waking up and putting hours in to save money to feed his fucking babies and buy his fucking car and pay his fucking mortgage? Shut the fuck up about that. Everyone is sick of it. The profession is went to shit. And I'm sorry if you're a cop and you're listening to this, because I know a lot of people inside of the profession are good people. I also know that the profession is fucking broken. A really good friend of mine, he is a SWAT team commander. I was talking to him last night. We've been friends for 20 fucking years. And he said, Greg, the profession is broken. The people coming into the profession are no longer here for duty. They're no longer here to serve and protect and make the streets safe. They're no longer here because they want to put bad motherfuckers behind bars. They're here for a paycheck. And when you're in the profession of law enforcement for a fucking paycheck, you got to ask yourself what the fuck you're doing. Because you could go sell fucking real estate and make way more money with a lot less risk. And you're not going to have all the fucking ailments and all the fucking physical and psychological fucking baggage that comes along with the profession. But for some reason, people that don't really want to be there in their heart do it anyways. And then they just do whatever the fuck they're told. And it's despicable. It's despicable. The fitness standards are almost non-existent now. And you're just hiring the weakest, most compliant members of society to do your fucking dirty work. And some of you are falling for this shit hook, line, and sinker. Guys, if you are a police officer, and the reason I'm going kind of hard on this today, the COVID shit is kind of waned. It's not what it was. We're not seeing these stories every fucking day. We're not seeing this coming down the pipe every other fucking minute on our Instagram feed. But when we do see it come down the pipe, I have to ask myself, why do they continuously show cowardice in moments where they need to be showing strength? Why is this happening over and over and over? And the reason that it's important to talk about, guys, is because of this. I've talked about it on the show plenty of times, but apparently we haven't fucking talked about it enough. If you think government overreach has come to an end, you're foolish. If you think we're not going to be fucking put in a position where our liberties and our rights and our livelihoods are fucking at risk again, you're lying to yourself. And this isn't fucking doomsday prepper bullshit. This is just look at where the world has went in the last 36 months. This government is not here for you. Okay? That's not a conspiracy theory. That's not a right-wing wacko agenda. This government is not here for you. I think almost everybody could agree with that statement. So now that we know the government is not here for you, well, who are they here for? Well, it's very fucking clear. They're here for themselves. They're here for their fucking special interests. And they're here to perpetuate their fucking elitist class of people and get all the money and all the power. And if you think they're not, where have you fucking been for the last 2 years? And so if we know that we have a class of people that wants to subjugate, that wants to infringe, that wants to just beat us fucking down to the point where we just do whatever the fuck we're told and we do whatever the fuck they say. If we know those people exist, what makes you think this is over? Serious question. What makes you think this is over? I'll bet every dollar I've ever made in my life that in the next 24 months, we're going to see a bunch of more craziness. It might not rise to the level of some of the stuff we saw in the past, but it's still going to be here and it's still going to be fucking shoved down our throats in fucking unbelievable fucking amounts. So for you cops out there, look at yourself in the mirror right now. This is the same fucking thing I said 2 years ago in my video that got me fired. And ask yourself, are you doing the right thing? What side of history do you want to be on? Make those commitments in your mind right now. December 13th of 2022, sitting in your house, watching your fucking television, listening to your podcasts. Ask yourself right now, when I am confronted with that at some point, because it's likely that I will, what side of the fence am I on? Where am I going to go with this? Where am I going to take this? What am I willing to do? What am I willing not to do? Because I'm here to tell you, it's very, very fucking easy to come up with your fucking hard lines when you're sitting in the comfort of your own house and you can just think and ruminate and get lost in your own fucking thoughts. That is where you can figure out where you stand on shit. If you fucking wait to be dispatched to a fucking restaurant to execute a search warrant for a guy that violated a COVID order 24 fucking months ago, and you haven't fucking ran through this in your mind at all, and you're like, oh fuck, dude, okay, I'm gonna drive here and we're gonna kind of see what's up. Oh, this feels fucked up, but you know what? I'm just gonna fucking kind of lay low and I'm not gonna say much, and I don't really want to take much of an active role. If you're there, you're taking an active role, unless You were fucking standing up against it. Not one motherfucker in that fucking restaurant had the courage to say, hey guys, you know what? This is what I would have done. 100% I know it. I know this is what I would have done. I would have showed up and I would have said, hey guys, what the fuck are all of you guys doing right now? What are you doing? Every single one of us in this restaurant understands that this search warrant has been fucking put on our plate through a fucking political means, and it's a power grab, and it is clearly an opportunity for the elite to crush a little small business owner and make an example out of him for standing up against the U.S. government. That's what's fucking happening here. All you motherfuckers know it, and none of you motherfuckers are willing to say it. And if we all would just say no, this is over. But no, none of you are willing to say no because you enjoy your fucking $2,700 every 2-week paycheck. Take that shitty little amount of money and you become a dick-sucking slave for it. It's embarrassing. And it's fucking shameful. So guys, you know me. I'm kind of upset right now and I'm fucking kind of throwing some shade at cops. And it's because I don't fucking see enough of them standing up. And I'm sick of it. And the citizens are sick of it. The communities are sick of it. You are in a fucking profession that is supposed to be courageous. You are in a profession that is supposed to fight for good. But when you need to fight for good and you need to be courageous, not a lot of you are fucking stepping up. That's why I continuously say the podcast motto has become, no one's coming to save you. Because this is what the police will do. This is what I've seen. The police will come and save you only when it's legal. But when it comes down to morality and ethics and integrity, they are going to do what they're told. Prove me wrong, guys. Same with all you fucking cops up in Canada during the fucking truckers rallies. Being Trudeau's fucking henchmen like a bunch of bitch cowards. Fuck you. We're sick of it. Everybody's sick of it. And when the next wave of bullshit hits, because it's going to hit, guys, it's going to hit. You can't just bury your fucking heads in the sand and think, you know what, I'm just going to ride this storm out and I'm going to try and lay low. No, motherfucker, it's you. You right now that are listening. It is you that needs to stand up. People are waiting for your courage. You think you're going to be the gray man? You think you're going to ride this out? All you're doing is perpetuating the problem. And you are complicit. You are complicit with the likes of Gavin Newsom and Justin Trudeau and all those cocksuckers. You just blindly support men like that because you're a fucking coward. I'm sick of it, guys. I'm fucking sick of it. You know, we are going to see shit popping off next year. And if you don't do the right thing, at what point should the citizens turn on you? At what point? Should they turn on you if you try and close our fucking businesses down again? I'll turn on you. You come to my fucking business and tell me to shut the door, we're fighting to the fucking death. And I don't give a fuck. I'm not intimidated by you. I'm not scared of what you could. Oh, you're going to come to my business and you're going to enforce the governor's orders. Bring it, you fucking pussy. I fucking dare you. I fucking dare you. And here's the other side of the coin, guys. All the fucking men in our society that just do what the fuck they're told. Just blindly following the rules from these fucking henchmen and from these governors, from these mayors and from these fucking city council boards and panels. You're fucking responsible too. If we as Americans don't collectively start showing courage, this fucking republic is lost. And it might fucking already be lost. I don't know. I don't know if we can turn this ship around and change the trajectory. Because there is fucking weakness everywhere. Everywhere you look, people are becoming fatter and weaker and more compliant. Just always doing what the fuck they're told. Testosterone is dropping dramatically. Testosterone is down like 40 fucking % in some studies. Like what the fuck are we talking about? Why is testosterone dropping so much? Anyone fucking know? Has anyone come up with are there any fucking studies? Is there any data on why fucking testosterone is dropping at a fucking astronomical level? You know, I've read some studies and it's like, oh, well, it's due to diabetes. It's due to obesity. It's due to inactivity. And then it's also due to environmentals and the microtoxins and the plastics and the salt and everything that we fucking eat and touch seems to have negative fucking effects on our body these days. But why is it that half of the fucking young men, not even half, more than half of the young men's testosterone is so fucking low that they think they're fucking women? You can't say that on your show, Greg. That's transphobic. Guys, let's be perfectly clear. I don't have any phobias because I'm not fucking afraid of anything. I'm not transphobic. In fact, I don't even have an issue with trans people. You go do you. I can say it's fucking weird. If you don't like that, go fuck yourself. If anyone thinks that's being a bigot, like, I have the right to think that a man and a woman getting together and raising a family being normal, and two men where one pretends he's a woman even though he's still a man, and then the other one is still a man but he's attracted to men that pretend to be women and they fuck each other in the ass. I can tell you I think that's weird. No, you can't. That's intolerant. Like, that's where we're at. You got two fucking men where you'll have one that thinks he is a woman on the inside and they fuck each other in the ass. And if I tell you that seems strange to me, I'm the problem. Guys, there's lots of things that seem strange to me. I'll go out to eat with my wife and some of the shit she orders, I'm like, how the fuck, why would you eat that? That's weird. Like, we can look at different lifestyles and different belief systems and say, you know what? That's really bizarre. I think that's gross. I can say that's gross. But here's the deal, guys. They've normalized this to the point we're letting men beat up women in combat sports. We're letting men defeat women in swimming meets where these women have worked their whole fucking lives to be at the pinnacle of their game. They've worked their whole fucking lives. And we just let a man go in there and beat him. And I'm the bigot? Where are you fucking feminists at? Where are all you cocksuckers that used to fucking rally and scream about women's rights and equal rights? Nope. A man can just go in there and do whatever the fuck he wants. They had a fucking, the NHL put on a trans hockey game. And some dude smashed a chick so hard it took her 17 minutes to get up. That seems fun to watch. Let's go watch men smash fucking women on the ice into the wall so hard that it fucking concusses them. What is wrong with you motherfuckers? But it's the same thing that Andy Frisella said. Hey, at least it was a trans league. You gonna go do your weird shit? Keep it in your own shit. Go to a trans hockey league where your men can beat up your women and then you guys can fucking celebrate that. I'm fucking sure the stands were packed. Just what everybody wants to see. But my point is, guys, there's a war on men. The fucking James Cameron from Avatar said, we need to get rid of testosterone because it's toxic to society. Every fucking creature on earth has testosterone. The fuck are you talking about? But they're doing it, guys. You go look at the fucking youth today. You go to your fucking kid's school. I see this every day and it drives me fucking nuts. Go to your kid's school and see how many of them are obese. Just watch the kids walking out to the buses or to their parent pickup and see how many of them aren't just fat, don't have a little chub, a little double chin, and a little spare tire. They're fucking waddling like penguins because their BMI is so high that their skeletal structure can't even be in alignment anymore. And they can't even fucking walk straight. And they're 10 years old. On one hand, I want government out of our lives. 100%. I don't want to be told what to do. I don't want to have rules. I just want to fucking be me. On the other hand, I look at kids like that and I say, those motherfucking parents should be in jail. Just poisoning your fucking child and killing them slowly because they like orange Fanta and you don't have the fucking discipline or the balls to tell your kids no. Guys, all of this stuff has been weighing heavy on me last couple of days. That's why you're getting a little bit of angry Anderson today. But the truth is, if we don't fucking switch this, we don't change the trajectory, we are fucked. Fucked. Our police forces no longer can have fucking physical fitness standards. Our military's readiness is going to be fucking shit. And guys, that's not fucking me being a right-wing wacko. Go talk to people in the military and talk about fucking military readiness. The recruits they're getting can't even pass PT tests anymore. We have absolutely taken our youth and transformed them into a soft, weak fucking bunch of pussies. And now, with no testosterone. Good luck winning wars with fat, weak pussies with no testosterone. Guys, testosterone is the fucking hormone that makes you feel wild and alive and want to fight and want to fuck and want to be a man. And it's fucking waning every single day. But you go out and you watch all these kids. And I tell my kids, I mean, I'm absurdly fucking blunt with them. And I'll say, hey, you see that kid right there? He'll probably be dead before he's 30. Hey, you see that fucking kid right there? He couldn't even run one lap around the track without probably fucking dying. Is that how you want to live your life? You want to look like that? Because when you're telling me you want Doritos at the grocery store instead of a fucking apple, you're telling me that you want to look and you want to perform like that. Sometimes your kids need to hear real shit. Guys, obesity is supposed to be at 80% of the American population by the year 2050. 80%. If you are obese, you are combat ineffective. If you are obese, your body is not capable of doing what every other human body from the dawn of mankind has been able to do. And this is what I don't understand. It's a choice. It's a fucking choice. Do you want to live a life where you feel free inside your body? Where you're free to do what you want? You're free to go where you want? Hey, I want to climb a fucking mountain today. Let's go. Oh, I'm going to swim across that fucking lake. Let's go. Or how about this? Do you want to have a good fucking sex life with your woman? You think you're going to have a good fucking sex life with your woman being 350 pounds? Like, when are you motherfuckers going to pull your head out of your ass and say, you know what? I've made some really, really bad choices for a long period of time, and it's time to change the trajectory of my life. When we're at a place where 80% of our population is going to be obese, this country is fucking done, and it's your fault. And when we get invaded by an outside army and you guys get fucking led to the fucking slaughterhouse like the fucking sheep that you are, I fucking told you so. You think suddenly you're going to become resilient? You think suddenly you're going to be able to do hard things? You think suddenly you're going to be able to face adversity head on and find success? I've just been a fat, lazy fucking piece of shit my whole life. But when it's time to do Red Dawn shit, I'm going to throw on my fucking rack and I'm going to grab my rifle and I'm going to head to the hills and I'm going to be a warrior. That's a whole other podcast, because I see a lot of you guys that are in the community of preparedness and readiness and firearms, and you too look like bags of chewed fucking bubblegum. And it's because you take the easy side of preparedness. It's easy to order fucking cool kit off of the internet. It's easy to go to a static gun range and sit there and shoot your fucking gun. The hard part of being a warrior is physical fitness. And not only is it the hardest part, it is the foundational element of being a warrior. If you do not have physical fitness, you are not a warrior. Fucking period. If you do not have physical fitness, you are a liability on the battlefield. Fucking period. And for you motherfuckers that write me and say, This isn't Game of Thrones anymore. We're not fighting with battle axes. We have rifles. When's the last rifle fight you've been in, you stupid motherfucker? Please tell me. Because if you don't think it involves fucking bounding and running and dragging your buddies and going up fucking flights of stairs in your full kit every fucking day off of the streets of Ramadi, I could take my fucking shirt off from under my body armor and wring it out. Sweating gallons and gallons. By the end of your deployment, your body armor is white from all of the fucking salt from as you sweat and you just saturate your fucking kit day in and day out, day in and day out. You're trying to get fucking sight pictures and you can't because of the salt stinging your fucking eyes as the sweat's running down your fucking brow. War is hard. And I'm here to tell you it was hard and I had it easy. Let's be honest. I wasn't in the Ardennes forest. I wasn't in the Battle of the Bulge. I wasn't in the jungles of Vietnam. So many fucking generations had harder wars than I had that I feel like mine's almost a fucking joke. And even mine was hard. So if you think suddenly when shit pops off, you're just going to rise to the occasion and you're going to be able to save the fucking day and you're going to be able to you're going to be the hero for your family, but you're carrying around 40 fucking pounds of fat, I'm here to tell you now, you're wrong. And I'm not trying to be a fucking dick. I take no pleasure in episodes like this where I'm fired up, but I do think there is a certain percentage of you that hear words like this and you actually fucking take heed to some advice. That's why this is a message that comes up repetitively on this show. And guys, I've had lots of people write me messages and send me pictures. It's like, dude, look, I was fucking 260 pounds. And then I started getting on the path and I did jujitsu. And you're going to be shocked to hear this. They feel better. They're less depressed. They're more productive at work. Their wife and them have passion in the house again. Guys, if you don't have passion in your house, that's a big contributing factor to that. And you need that. Men need that. If men don't have passion in their house, they're dying. And I've went through periods of time where I did not have passion in my house and I felt like I was fucking dying. So I know what I'm talking about. You need to get the passion in your house, and it starts with you believing in yourself and taking the step to go out there and do hard shit and challenge your body, challenge your mind, and then draw those hard lines for yourselves, guys, especially if you are in a profession where people are counting on you to draw those hard lines. We have to start thinking about this. If you are a cop, you have to start thinking about this. I went to the dentist today to get my teeth cleaned. And they're like, can you put a mask on? And I said, we're still doing this? Well, it's a healthcare facility. I said, I'll wait out front until I'm ready. Because I don't have to have a mask on while I'm getting my teeth cleaned. Only when I walk from the lobby to the chair in the dentist's office. And I said, every person in here knows this is bullshit, but every person continues to play this game because you're doing what you're told because it's comfortable. And the girl that cleaned my teeth goes, you're in good company here. Everybody agrees with you. Why the fuck are we doing it then? Why is this happening? Why are we all playing these charades? Everybody plays charades to the point where you compromise your own integrity. It needs to stop, guys. It needs to fucking stop. You know, I was calculating a percentage the other day, and I'm not a fucking math is not my strong suit. So I went to Google and I typed it in, and I clicked the top link, said find the percentage of blah 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 in relation to blah blah blah. I clicked the link and it shows me it's 580%. That was the number I was looking for. Cool, got it. Then right below that. Do you know what it fucking said? Are you gay? take this test to find out if you're gay. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where am I at right now? What the fuck is going? Am I gay? I'm not going to click the link because I don't want to fucking get whatever fucking bullshit you get from going to those bullshit links on your phone. But it made me start to think, who is probably most likely to use a percentage calculator on the internet? It's probably not 42-year-old men that are running a calculation for their business. The majority of it is probably fucking school kids. They are attacking our kids on every single fucking front, every opportunity, making them all think that they are fucking things that they are not, while simultaneously destroying their fucking bodies. Our society celebrates fucking fat, weak, incapable people. And the thing is, guys, all you people that just fall in line and celebrate it too, you're the useful idiots. They're turning our entire society into fat, weak, compliant fucking pussies that think they're gay. And you guys just fucking celebrate it. My 4-year-old put a dress on. And I think it's a really beautiful thing that he's expressing femininity. Some of you motherfuckers will see that and you'll start putting hormones in them. Pumping hormones into your fucking babies. And then the most ironic thing about it is some of you motherfuckers that do that also think that when a 40-year-old athlete pumps hormones into themselves, he's cheating. And he's morally bankrupt because he uses testosterone. Meanwhile, you'll pump it in your fucking 3-year-old girl. It's shocking where we're at right now. And that's why sometimes we need to have these episodes where you have to ask yourself, where do I fucking stand on shit? What do I think is morally corrupt? What do I think is morally bankrupt? And do I want to play a role in that? Thank God I got my kids out of public school and got them into private school. But I'm here to tell you, most of the kids in private school are fucking weaklings as well. Guys, this is our future. Look at those fucking videos of the 50s and 60s of high school gym class. Every single kid had a six-pack. Every single kid's doing pull-ups. Every single kid's on the monkey bars. Every single kid's climbing ropes. Every fucking single one of them. And now, even in private school, where the standards are a little higher than public school, we are still filled with fat, weak fucking bitches. If it doesn't concern you, it needs to. It absolutely needs to. Have you guys seen Died Suddenly? Go to Rumble and type in Died Suddenly. And I think it's going to fucking shock you guys. You know, it is a documentary that was made by, well, for me, the most powerful aspect of it was talking to funeral home workers, embalmers, and people that are inside of the death care profession, as they call it. And here's the thing, guys. When you watch a documentary, you have to know, I'm being manipulated a little bit. Whoever is producing this has an agenda that they want to fucking push. And their goal in releasing their documentary is to get me to believe their side of the story. And so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about it. And then afterwards, I went and I Googled some stuff. And I tried to get the rebuttal to what these people were saying. And the things that people were refuting were pretty damn weak, which gives this documentary a little more credibility, in my opinion. And so what they're finding is embalmers in funeral homes, they make an incision on the carotid artery and they have a pump that pumps embalming fluid through the circulatory system. Now, what they've been finding is when they connect that pump and try and pump their embalming fluid through people's circulatory systems, the pumps are getting basically clogged. Maybe not clogged. That's not the right word. They don't have the horsepower to pump the fluid through the circulatory system because the system is clogged, not the pump itself. And, they talked to different embalmers about this. And some people are like, dude, I thought it was a problem with the pump at first. And then they started pulling out these white fibrous clots from people's arteries and from their veins. And these white fibrous clots, they look, some of them are like the big round is a circumference of like a drinking straw, and they're solid. And they're like rubbery, and they're kind of, there's like, he said the texture is similar to like calamari. And he's like, I've never seen this before. We never pulled these out of people's arteries. And dude, they show you. They do some live work on the documentary, pulling these fibrous clots out of people. And they said, we've never seen these before. And we never saw these until after the vaccine started getting pushed. So, and the thing is, guys, I think most of us know when people are lying or not, when people are full of shit, when people are pushing an agenda. You look into these people's eyes, they're not part of the new world order. They're not trying to fucking they're not fucking trying to do some massive misinformation campaign so they can make millions. These are literal funeral home workers. And one of the guys is like, the whole reason I'm in this documentary is because this is a problem and we got to fix it. That's it. That's all it is to me. Like, there's something going on that's a problem and we got to fix it. So I'm going to talk about it. And that guy kind of stuck with me because it's like, yeah, that's exactly right. I'm not here for any other reason other than we're addressing a fucking problem and it needs to be fixed. But what they're saying is, what the theory is that the spike proteins in the vaccines are causing these massive clotting issues. And guys, again, I'm no fucking doctor. I chose not to get the vaccine because I don't feel like putting something that's experimental in my body for a fucking sickness that has a 0.001% chance of having any fucking serious adverse effects on my health. It seems like fucking common sense. But then they did so much virtue signaling and all those songs and all the late night TV shows, people dressed up as syringes, the president standing up, the gay choir in San Francisco screaming, vaccinate, vaccinate. Like, if you don't look at what was fucking force fed down our throat over that 1.5 year period or whatever it was, and understand it was psyops. It was psychological warfare. They wanted every single fucking person. And guys, you don't have to sell good. Good sells itself. So when you have something that is supposedly good for you, and then it is forced on you through coercion and through force and through manipulation and through humiliation, to me, that kind of tells you right there everything you need to know. That there's more than meets the eye here. There's something fucked up going on. And what could it be? Now, the documentary talks about population control, Agenda 201, and all the stuff with Klaus Schwab and Bill Gates and all these different things, right? And I don't think a lot of that stuff is far from the truth. A couple of years ago, I would have thought you were nuts for saying that. But I think that there's a good chance that there's some validity to a lot of those theories. But regardless of where you stand on that, regardless of if you think this was by design for population control, or if you just think it was medical malpractice or fucking incompetence, whatever you think led us to where we're at right now, I think it's safe to say where we are at right now is a pretty dark place, because a lot of people are getting fucking sick from the vaccine and no one's willing to talk about it. Died suddenly. The reason they named the documentary that is because every time you log into Google, you're seeing that. SADS, sudden adult death syndrome. I'd never heard of SADS until about a year ago. Never heard of healthy people fucking just falling over dead for no reason. Sure, it's always happened, the outliers here and there, but it's happening all the time now. And no one has it goes back to what I've said to the police officers in the beginning of the show. I'll say it to the healthcare professionals and the doctors. If you are seeing things that don't fucking make sense, speak the fuck up. People are counting on you to have courage and do the right thing. Or are you just going to fucking do the same thing and go along to get along, be comfortable, and take care of yourself? instead of maybe trying to shine a spotlight on some things that you see, bring it to attention, they're still trying to fucking get our kids to take boosters. They're trying to get babies to take the vaccine still. Babies. The fuck are we talking about? And so everybody kind of knows now. Everybody kind of knows that the whole vaccine fucking push was kind of a farce. You know, you had the president saying, it's a pandemic of the unvaccinated and a winter of death is coming. Like, the biggest fear-mongering campaign I've ever seen in my life. But here's the thing. Now we know. This isn't me. This is just data. Now we know you're actually more likely to die of COVID if you're vaccinated. We also know that it doesn't stop the spread or transmission of it. Even though if you go back and you watch all the news clips, it's, I'm not getting vaccinated for myself. I'm getting it to save my community because it stops the spread. It stops the spread. It stops the spread. It stops the spread. And you know what? Not only did it not stop the spread, but now under oath, under penalty of perjury, Pfizer has said, yeah, we actually didn't do any studies that indicated it stopped the spread. That was never part of the studies that we conducted before we released it to the public. So it's just all propaganda. And half you motherfuckers bought it. And I feel bad for you guys. I do. But the thing is, the thing that's sad about it is, man, we lived in a society where we felt like we could trust our politicians. We could trust our media. Like if something's coming across your news feed at night on Fox News or CNN, I should be able to say, okay, they're trying to tell me something. They're trying to spread a message. And I understand that this media outlet is just using their channel and their resources to give me the information I need to make wise decisions, because that's what media was supposed to be in its inception. But it's a weapon now, you guys. It's a weapon to push agendas, and it goes back, and all this stuff comes down to getting fucking people rich. Media is a business now. And whoever their highest fucking bidder is, those are the stories they're going to push. You're seeing all the stuff on Twitter coming out where everything was manipulated. The vaccines were manipulated. The elections were manipulated. Thank fucking God Elon is doing what he's doing. But this is my question to most of you motherfuckers out there that were pushing it. All you fucking celebrities, all you Alyssa Milanos that were like, for some reason, feel like you have the authority to go tell people what to put in their fucking body. And not only tell them, but shame them. You're fucking Rod Stewart saying, if you don't have your vaccine, you're not welcome at my concerts. Well, your stuff fucking sucks anyway, so no fucking harm, no foul there. But regardless, why would you tell people things like that? Why would you try and make people feel like they're less than because they made a different choice than you? The fuck is wrong with you? All you cocksucker celebrities and people in power and all you people that have fucking big followings that pushed and pushed and pushed. Why is it just crickets now? Where's your apologies at? Haven't we seen anyone come out and say, hey, you know what? During 2021, I took a big push. I took a stand to push the vaccine because at the time I thought it was the right thing to do. And in hindsight, it doesn't really look like it. That was my bad, you guys. People on the other side of the aisle don't have the humility to ever admit wrongdoing or to ever admit fault. Yet those are the people whose words you will put weight in and you will follow and you will listen to. All those motherfuckers that push this on our fucking babies, your day's coming. And for you people that got manipulated, I feel bad for you. But for the people that fucking did the manipulating, there is no forgiveness. Your day will come. And you're going to be fucking held accountable for your fucking crimes against humanity. You're going to be held accountable. And hopefully it has to do with it involves my new Norwegian battle axe. Because fuck you. Guys putting this bullshit in our fucking babies. Miscarriages are up by fucking 1,000% or something. Go watch it, guys. It's on Rumble. Died suddenly. It's an hour-long documentary. And at the least, at the bare minimum, it'll make you open your eyes into some of the shit that's happened over the last couple years. And then when I go to look at how people would refute the documentary, what do you think people are saying? They're embalmers. They're not even doctors. They're not even scientists. So you got guys that have been embalming people for 35 fucking years. But because they don't have a fucking MD next to their name, their experience is it's fucking a waste of your time to listen to because they're not a doctor. Pull your head out of your ass, guys. Quit buying into that propaganda fucking bullshit. I trust the science and I trust doctors and everybody else that says anything against what my beliefs are. And they're not even your beliefs. They're the beliefs you were told to have because you're a fucking lemming. You just write it off. Write off 30 years of experience of embalming people because he's not an MD. Guys, I think we're in for weird times. I feel it lately. I feel it again. I don't know why. I don't want to feel it again. I say it all the time. I want to fucking run my gym. I want to get in good ass shape. I want to buy a sailboat. I want to live life. I want to do adventures. I want to hang out with the people I love. That's what I want to fucking do. But the world has different plans for us. And the world's plans, I think, involve chaos and disorder. And the reason I think that's the world's plan is because the universe finds balance. And we're out of balance right now. And by bringing chaos and disorder into our world, it's going to be a front row seat for a lot of motherfuckers to reality. And you need reality in your life. Because if you don't have reality, you fucking create whatever you want in your own mind, and that becomes your reality. But I'm here to tell you right fucking now, the half of our little boys thinking they're little girls, that ain't reality. You've been manipulated, and you've bought off on this fucking massive psychological warfare campaign against us, against our families, against our children. And until you fucking take a stand against it, it's only going to get worse. As usual, guys, as it gets worse, we don't fear it. Nothing they can do to us is scary or intimidating. Do whatever the fuck you have to, whatever you think you have to do, you do it. Because we're right fucking here. And when you push people and you back them up into the corner and you take all of their options away, just remember, there are some men like us left that will say, no more. We're fucking done with your bullshit. I figured that day would have been 2 years ago. But apparently the citizens of our country and the citizens of the world, they need to get pushed a lot farther than I thought they did. So let them keep pushing. Let them keep pushing. And let them keep pushing. Because it's going to bring us to the point where we have no other option than to stand our ground and say, that's fucking it. When that day comes, that's what's going to fucking balance the scales. That's what's going to make the world come back into alignment. And that's what we fucking need. You can't let what's been happening continue to happen. It just is not. It just goes against the fucking principles of the fucking universe. All right, guys. Well, that's already an hour and 2 minutes. I wanted to talk to you about New Year's goals, but you know what? I think I'm going to save that. I think I'll save that for next time. We'll get into that after the new year. Some things I want to do, some business stuff, some financial things. Obviously, always physical fitness goals. They have to be on the forefront. They have to be the foundation of everything else in your life. But after that, fucking sky's the limit. Thank you for listening, guys. That's a wrap.